we go. Welcome back to One Piece anime re-review. Don't worry, we'll be going back to watching Trap and Dating Sim soon. The plan for right now is to basically, well, because of the fact I'm just about done with the Wano arc for the dub for One Piece, I figured that I'm just gonna go through the rest of it and then go through the two new anime that basically news episode One Piece and the news episode Case Ghost. And after all those stuff is done, then I'll resume with Trap and Dating Sim. Yep, I finally put this behind me. Get the show. Alright, but what happens in these episodes? We're discussing episodes from the Wano dub, episodes 1068 to 1074. Yep, 7 episodes. And big stuff happened here in the case of the fight between Luffy and Kaido. Before we get to that, well, the big thing with these episodes is that, well, Big Mom has been defeated. Of course, Kaido does mourn it. Does mourn her defeat. And the fire in Onigashima is basically getting a lot worse. Oh my gosh, getting a lot worse in the actual place. And the thing starting the fire is actually made its way back to the former Shogun, which, by the way, he had been pinned down by Hiyori with a sea stone nail in his back. And apparently the rumbling got loose and he got, well, and he was able to transform back, and then the thing comes back, burns him, and the thing disappears. And that's the last of Kanjuro. That one thing, the burning stuff. Yamato basically, well, we'll get back to Yamato, because basically the whole thing with Yamato and Momonosuke relates to what happened with Luffy. So Jinbei saves some samurai from falling debris, and he finds Renzo after he defeats the leader of the Shogun's ninja, and he has a really interesting idea to basically help with it. So he remembers when he visited the island of Zou, where there was this water there, and from his bath. So basically, he took the water, put it inside of a scroll, and now he releases it to basically put out the fire. Really good idea to do this, and he needs Jinbei help because, well, he's a fishman. Of course, basically doesn't move stuff around, and we see stuff being put out. We see the area where Hamlet, Kiku, Kanjuro, Kinemon, and Usopp are, of course, they're basically sort of water, and I think that's it. I think it's one area, and I think that's it. I think it was the area where they have the Heart Pirates, some of them carrying Beppo, the talking bear. Really good stuff here, and of course, basically, then we also, well, in the fight between Luffy and Kaido, well, basically, the fight intensifies. He still gets drunk. Luffy launches a bunch of attacks at him. Does some damage, not much. You poison the waters. And he's like, oh, that's what they get for basically defying me. By poisoning their water and having the food for them. Yep. And he goes to first a Snake Man, and he goes to bounce him and he gets knocked off. And then one member of CP0 gets orders from the High Elders to abandon his captured Nigga Robin to go kill Luffy because they're afraid of his devil fruit. And there's a reason why. So then he proceeds to, seems like about to conclude, and then all of a sudden he shows up, hops on Luffy's back, iron body, and then basically he causes Luffy to lose. Kaido is not happy with this at all. So he proceeds to basically beat the man with his club. Smash him once. And he's so angry. So he goes to his dragon form. Breaks the ceiling of his own freaking castle. And tells everybody, Luffy is dead. And the one person who calls him out for lying for that is Nami. Despite the fact she might be scared, but she doesn't believe the fact Luffy is dead. Not even Otama believes that either. But Marco's been standing in this side shed, basically, inside the performance center, the performance floor. But the thing is collapsing. Also, Speed is there, along with Gazelle Man. Yeah. So then we hear, heartbeats for Luffy. Yes, heartbeats. And then, then Zou is basically, you have Momonosuke basically being told, oh, Luffy's gone, we don't know what to do. And of course, Yamato, you gotta move this thing. And then he's contacted by Zanisha. He's like, I hear it. What? The drums of liberation. Because at the end of the episode, Luffy turns into his Gear 5 form. We see the start of it in the very next episode. We see fully the very debut of Gear 5. And here's a weird fun fact related to this episode when this thing made its debut here. This was in episode... What episode was this one? Let's see. Gear 5. I think this was 1071, I think it was. When they had a debut of... Yeah. I think it was this very episode. Now, I had heard something, this was about 2 years ago this happened, where, get this, Crunchyroll crashed for 2 hours because of this damn episode. I, of course, didn't see because it didn't crash on my end, but for a lot of people, it crashed during this episode. And Gear 5 is like him jumping all over the place and becoming rubber. And he's like, I lost. He jumps around. And there's all this energy. And Kaido's wondering what the heck is going on. By the way, he also blasts everything too. And then Luffy then we see a giant fist come down. It was like, and then he proceeds to grab Kaido by his tail, drag him up as the eye puppet like a Looney Tunes cartoon, and then proceed to play with him, like doing a gum jump rope, and just whack him around, and even turning one of the rocks into basically rubber to blast back his blast. Turn it black when he's ever shaked off, no problem. Yeah, this is so funny. Yeah, by far one of those hilarious things anybody like. Heck, even it's been 2 years since I watched this episode, I still find this funny. This is so hilarious. And a lot of the remainder of these episodes is just Luffy versus Kaido in Gear 5. Yep. And Kaido's like, I've never seen anything like this before. Oh yeah, and they reveal the whole thing. This is Nika, otherwise known as Joy Boy. And this is what the elders feared. And that's the episode. And that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. That's literally what happens over the course of 7 episodes. Really good, and we're just about done here. We have roughly 10 more to go for the Wano dub, and then finally I'm putting this behind me. So that's pretty much it. Particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, well, it's back to the One Piece dub. Okay, thanks for you. Bye.